Good afternoon. It's June 6th, D-Day, and heading off on my usual Monday walk along the creek, but in the afternoon because I was busy this morning. There's been all kinds of noise because they've been repairing a water connection down there. Lots of beeping, and our water was off for several hours. It's back on now as they're closing up. Very pleasant temperature. It's about 18, I think, or 19 degrees. One thing I was doing this morning was finishing up the latest episode of the World Shapers podcast because I'm behind. It should have been not even just yesterday, it should have been a week ago that I was in Toronto, so I couldn't do it. So it's gone live now. I haven't done the social media promotion of it yet, but it is live. It's with Jean-Louis Trudel, very prolific French, primarily French writer. He's also one half of Laurent McAllister, which is a pen name for himself and Yves Menard. He's written 29 books in French, more than 100 short stories. He writes science fiction criticism as well. University teacher. Multiple degrees. So he was an interesting guy and made a good interview. So you can check that out at theworldshapers.com. Yeah, I think I'll go to the other side again. Or walk down the middle of the road is actually better. I smell lilacs. They're about at their peak right now. And of course they're more fragrant when they're warm, which it is today. And I'm wearing my sunglasses today. If you were with me yesterday, oh boy, I got grit under my contacts in both eyes. It was just awful. And I tried a couple of times. I mean, I don't usually like to stop and take out my contact outdoors and try to fix something like that, but I just had to. Anyway, when I got home, I'd actually managed to scratch my eye, and I couldn't read last night. Both eyes were so blurry from having corneal abrasion. I was a little worried I'd have to go to the doctor today, but it did heal itself overnight, so it was minor. I didn't think it was too serious because a serious scratch of your cornea is very painful. And while that was certainly painful while it was happening, it didn't carry on to the too much pain. There were some. So in general, I was hopeful that it would repair itself overnight, and it did. Dandelions are going to seed now. Nice stucco on that house. One for sale over there. If you'd like to live in my neighborhood. Right over there. So, I am wearing sunglasses today, as I said I would start doing. It just means it's a little harder to see if anybody says anything on the screen, and I'll have to lift them if I want to actually read. But it should also reduce the risk of getting dust in my eyes again. It's not nearly as dusty and windy today, but still, there's a lot of pollen and stuff floating around this time of year. I think that might have been what it was too. The air is fragrant today. Probably also relates to the aforementioned pollen. So just a standard walk along Wascana Creek. Looks very calm today. Check out the gardens along the way. That one's taking shape. won't be long before these bushes have grown up to where they were a year or two ago before they cut them down. My presumption is they did that for security reasons so that you get a clear view of this path. Otherwise it gets quite secluded up here. Or you can't see it from off the path if the bushes are all grown up. Dandelions, dandelions. Ready to make more dandelions. I'm still working on that house landscaping. Over the bridge. Looking to the west. And to the east. No, that's the west. The other one was the east. I know that. Hello. Oh, there is a note. What does it say? I'm live at the moment. It is also a video recording, but at the moment I am live. So welcome. Pretty. I normally do this walk in the morning. It's not very often I'm out here in the afternoon. So. It's 3:35 here in the afternoon. I don't know where it is, what time it is where you are joining me from, but I'll walk down. I think I'll walk along the dike on that side when I come back. I think is today's plan. I came through Waterfall Park yesterday, so I won't walk through there today. Hopefully you can hear some of the bird song. Oh, right there, on top of the light standard. Blackbird, red-winged blackbird. I've walked down through the grass the last few times, so I think I'll stay on the path today. Can walk a little closer to the creek, but I've done that the last couple of times. This Waterfall Park is over there. Well, what the heck? We'll make a quick turn through it. Looks like the waterfall is falling more enthusiastically. They've turned it up a bit. There was more of a water dribble the last couple of times I was down here. Again, an artificial water feature. I presume it's just water taken straight out of the... Well, it's a little more than I think there was yesterday. I presume it comes straight out of the creek. And then you can walk over the little bridge. There's a little bit of water there that flows out, and I think it must go straight on down to the creek again. And since I came this way, maybe I'll go up here through the playground instead of along the path. This is the side of the park, also nice. A lot of picnic tables and so forth over here. And a playground. And then you have the outbuildings or accompanying buildings for the baseball diamonds up here. Hi, Charles. Yep, it's full on summer now. Not officially summer, of course, for 3 weeks, but, well, 2 weeks now. 2.5, if you want to be pedantic. Let's walk between the buildings. As you can see there, the Kiwanis Club, 100 years in Regina. A bit of artwork on the side there. Washrooms, and this is the clubhouse over here. Jerry Bobbitt Clubhouse for the baseball diamond. Path is on the other side of the diamond that I usually follow. Be mostly slow pitch played here. I don't think they'd use this one for hardball. Doesn't look big enough. You'd have balls hitting the cars all the time if you did that. At least not if it was grown-up hardball. There's a proper hardball field. Baseball field where like the semi-pro team plays, if we still have one. I confess I don't follow it. I know we used to, but I remember going to one game, but I don't remember how long ago that was. Up here to Elphinstone. It's like the grass was just mowed. Maybe that's one reason there's such a fresh smell. At least in the last day or two, I'd say that mowing happened. Oh, it's a bus stop. And this will take us up to the crosswalk. Not usually a good place to jaywalk because it curves, the road curves behind me and cars move along here fairly quick. That's just a warning sign telling you that there's a crosswalk up ahead. Yeah. Kiwanis Park. Did I say Kinsman back there? It's like a Kiwanis. We'll start with a K. There's the horseshoe pitch. And then when you get to this side, you're in Les Sherman Park. all collectively part, I think this is all collectively part of Wascana Center. I'm not 100% sure what the division is. Possibly not. I had talked about following the whole path from one corner of Regina to the next, but apparently it's longer than I thought. It's like 50 kilometers or something, 45, so wouldn't want to do that in one day. But I could plan it out and do it over several days. In fact, I know somebody who has, and they have it all planned out. They do it over 7 days. Which I suppose at my usual, if I just did an hour, that's about 6 kilometers. So it would take about a week if it's 40-some kilometers. And those birds are after that crow. That little bird's after him. I don't like crows. Again, anywhere the wind's not blowing on it, it's very glassy today, the creek. There's some geese over there. There are always geese. I'm quite thirsty. I'm just talking, well, I wasn't talking the whole time, but just did an hour interview, so I should have had some water before I set out. Oh well. I won't die of dehydration in an hour. There's no flowering bush there. Take another look here at the creek, looking east. Get it right this time. And looking west. Grass has been recently mowed for sure. It all looks very neat and trim. I mowed my grass on the weekend. It was not looking neat and trim before that. Now it looks much better. Painted turtle, but not the kind of painted turtle you get in the Southwest. The ground. We'll be coming back by all that stuff on the return leg. Soccer field. Again, this path winds purely for aesthetic reasons. bench. I'll get used to wearing sunglasses. They should keep dust out of my eyes. I've had too many unpleasant experiences now, and yesterday's was the worst when I really couldn't see for the rest of the day well enough to read, which I had a lot of stuff I wanted to get done yesterday and I couldn't do it. Kickstarter stuff mostly. I need to get all the ebook rewards out. I have a bunch of stuff to mail as well, and I need to try to get that done this week while I have a car, because my daughter uses the car, one car, my wife uses the other car. Most of the time I don't have a car during the day. But my daughter's in Estevan with, she's an instructor with University of Regina's EYES camp this year, educating youth in engineering and science. They're still doing school workshops in various communities because school is still in session here. So they're in Estevan this week. Won't be back till Thursday. So I drove her to the university this morning, and then I have a car. However, I may have to take the car in because the first day we had that was actually kind of warm, I discovered the air conditioning's not working. Weather like this, you don't notice it, but it was, in the 20s, you start to notice it. So I need to call them. Actually, I should do that when I get home. Which might mean another walk in South Albert area. Thank you for belling. Now we come back up to the creek. I will walk under the Elphinstone Bridge, I think. It's just to add a little bit here without going all the way over to the far side of the Louvain today, I think is the plan. I'm making it up as I go, but I think that's the plan. Another baseball diamond. Slow pitch, actually. Although, lots of room to hit the ball here. Hit it as hard as you want. You're unlikely to reach those houses over there. Well, I'll check the time here. Maybe I want to... If I'm at the half-hour mark up here, I won't go any further, but I don't think I will be. Basically an hour if I walk all the way over to the Italian club. I'm not going quite that far, so what does it say here to here? 24 minutes. 24 minutes. I don't really want to go a full hour today. I got things to do. Still, I'll go under the bridge, and then maybe I won't go quite as far as I was thinking on the other side, but I'll at least go to the other side. Why did the live streamer go under the bridge? To get to the other side. There's some geese with their babies. Pasqua Street Bridge. Always has a fine crop of graffiti under here. I don't think I'll go as far as the weir though. I'll go around here and come back up. Go this way. Catch that road over there. Yeah, this is part of this whole path is part of the Trans-Canada Trail. If you want to hike right across Canada, you would eventually come to here. It will take a while. We're the second largest country on this planet Earth. And if Russia keeps on shrinking, someday we'll be first as long as we keep Quebec. USA has tanks and Switzerland has banks. They can keep them thanks. They just don't amount. Because when you get down to it, there's really nothing to it. It isn't what you do with it, it's the size that counts. Arrogant Worm song. Our mountains are rather pointy. Our prairies are not. The rest is kind of bumpy. But man, do we have a lot. We got a lot of land. We got a whole lot of land. So stand up and be proud and sing the song out loud. Something, something, something. Because Canada's really big. Thank you. You should listen to the actual recording by the Arrogant Worms. I'm sure you can find it. Or go to their website. There's only one Arrogant Worms website. Pretty sure. Oof, a little unsettled, unlevel. These are rental apartments over here, which I've walked through on occasion. And this old school up here is now Saskatchewan Express, Performing Arts School and Touring Company. I presume they're touring again this summer, as they did in the past, but haven't for a while. They may have done it last year, I don't know, but certainly in 2020 they didn't. And then we'll be back in our park once we get across the road here. Our park. It's the city's park. There you go, Sask Express. 2272 Pasqua Street. Accept no substitutes. Alrighty, we will cross here. Now we have turned the corner and are headed home. Well, to my home. I don't know where your home is. Perhaps you already are home. I often think of Canada in terms of the quote from Aladdin by Robin Williams as the genie says something to the effect of stupendous godlike powers, itty bitty living space. And in Canada it's stupendous landmass, huge country, itty bitty population. 30-some million in the second largest country on earth. Most of which lives pretty close to the US border. Certainly in actual, if you look at how far north the country goes, even the people in the top 2/3 of Saskatchewan, and once you get north of Prince Albert, there's hardly anybody there. still live close to the US border compared to the rest of the country, which of course goes up to and past the Arctic Circle. Furthest north I've been is Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, which is north of all of the provinces. And yet, people in Yellowknife talk about how they used to live up north, but they moved down south, by which they mean Yellowknife. Oh, I saw a gruesome but interesting statistic today. If you took the entire population of the planet, pureed them really fine into one gooey ball, it's only a kilometer in diameter. So you could put the entire population of the planet in one big gooey pureed mass, and it would fit inside Central Park. So for all that there are people everywhere, we barely matter in the biomass even of the planet, I'm sure. I'd like to see the figure for insects. If you lumped all the insects together, how big a mass that would be. Or birds, or various other species. Fish. But somebody did the math for humanity. I'm not sure if they were feeling particularly peeved with humanity, because the accompanying graphic is kind of big red ball of tissue sitting in Central Park. And hopefully they're not giving some vastly powerful alien race any ideas. Sorry, I see there's another note there. Beautiful city, it's quite lovely. We have a lot of green space, and it's at its greenest right now. It's also pretty in the winter if you go back and look at those videos. But it's very white. Very, very white. And a lot slipperier at times. Go back to November 11th. You can watch me fall down on the ice. And there's another one, I don't remember the date, where I stepped into what I thought was shallow snow, and it was actually deep snow with a crust on it, and I dropped to my knees, but didn't quite fall. But on November 11th, after the first snow that stuck, there was ice everywhere. I fell while I was taking my walk. It's probably about the prettiest time of the year in many ways, although autumn, of course, can be very beautiful too. What an odd sound. Just a quiet car, I guess. It actually sounded like almost like an electric vehicle, but I don't think so. Could be a hybrid, I guess. It certainly doesn't sound like an internal combustion engine. All right. Now we'll go down here by the Neil Balkwell Civic Arts Center. I can smell those lilacs. No, now I can smell this stinky truck, but before that, I could smell those lilacs there. Maybe we should walk through the grass and go see the giant beaver over here today. As we head over there to the Neil Balkwell Center. It's a bit of a depression here, so this is often, if there's been any rain, it's usually too wet to walk through here, but we haven't had any rain for a while, so it's fairly dry. Well, there's a little dampness down in that depression. They also water things sometimes, I think, so even when it's dry, you'll often run into water in the parks. Anyway, there's the beaver. I don't know who built it or why, but there he is, looking a little the worse for wear. He's lost some tiles over the years, and his teeth are gone with age, I guess, but and he's been skinned on that one paw, but still recognizably a beaver. Then over here is the Neil Ball Quill Center, home of the Art Gallery of Regina, which is a small gallery and various artsy spaces. You can do ceramics. And used to have a dark room, but I doubt anybody does that kind of photography anymore. I don't know what else. Weaving, I think. I seem to remember looms in one of the rooms. It was the loom room. If you're little and you go into the loom room, the looms loom. You just hope they don't fall on you. Boom! Then you'd be caught in the loom room loom boom. And nobody wants that. It would fill you with gloom. They'd need a broom to sweep it up. Were you subject to a loom room loom boom? Have I missed any? Coombe, but that's really Welsh and it's CWM. Doom. Oh, you'd meet your doom in the loom room if you were subject to a loom room loom boom. You'd meet your doom. Groom. Hard to work that one in there. Shroom, as in magic mushroom. Yeah, I had taken some shrooms and I went into the loom room. Boom, this loom proved my doom. So I swept it up with a broom. And I was supposed to be a groom that day, but the wedding was off after that. Because then it would be a loom room loom boom groom doom. And of course the broom with which one tidied it up would be a loom room loom boom groom doom broom. Perhaps I should stop. Although it's hard. Tomb! There's another one. Which one could easily work in after a loom room loom boom groom doom. Because the groom would end up in a tomb along with the broom, and on top would grow shrooms. And the whole thing would, of course, be live streamed on Zoom. And there'd be womb, but that one is hard to work in. I'm sure I could do it, but I am trying to walk here. You keep distracting me with all this stuff. It is a beautiful day today. Yes, that spot is often, where the beaver stands, is often soggy. Come for the walk. Stay for the endless alliteration. I think I got most of them. Single syllable ones anyway. I'm sure there's multi-syllabic ones that rhyme with Kaboom! But I already did boom, so that doesn't, same thing really. Mushroom, shroom, did that. Well, I'll stop. No, honest, I will. I'll stop. I can stop anytime I want. It's not like I'm addicted to wordplay. Although my wife might beg to differ. She'd also beg me to stop at this point. I'll go up here to the... No, actually, I think I'll go down this way. I like this little path. Oh, get off the dike here. See, I lifted my sunglasses for 2 seconds and promptly got a little something in one eye. Because I'm there in the wind. But nothing like yesterday. Been in that house on a Devon School home tour. Never been in that one. It's pretty new. This one was very new when we toured it, but that was several years ago. I don't think this one had been built yet. Let's see. We'll go up this way. This is where Garnet Street and Leopold Crescent come together, up here. You can walk through this bit of a park. I sometimes see rabbits here. Don't see any today. Regina Pats, that's the hockey team, Western Hockey League team. Is that the alley that I'm looking for? Maybe. Or is it a drive? Not sure. Let's find out. I think it's an alley. Yes. Let's take the alley. Take the alley and run. Oh, I can't read those long quotes. If it's on Facebook, it'll have to wait till I get back. Yes. It's on Facebook, so I'll read it when I get home again. Back home again on Angus Crescent. Which is coming up, so let's take the alley. I smell lilacs again. This is the alley between Angus Crescent and Leopold Crescent. I think I'm smelling those lilacs directly ahead. They're really fragrant today. Yeah, I was smelling those way back there. And more up here on the side. And the alley. Alley oop, oop, oop. Now the alley doesn't go through. doesn't go through all the way to Italic. So we will go this way and rejoin the crescent. Up here is our usual stopping corner, although I'm actually going to walk to the alley because I need to move our garbage can back inside our fence. And there's Davin School, and here's our alley. So I will stop here, and thanks for walking with me. And tomorrow will probably be a walk downtown. Bye for now.